Welcome back to episode 29 of my clean bulk series, and in this video I'm going to be giving you 3 unique exercises for helping you increase your raw strength in your overhead press, your squats, and your deadlifts. So if you feel like you've been going to the gym and you're stuck at a plateau and every week it seems kind of much harder to be adding weight to the exercises that you want to increase your strength on, then this video is definitely for you, because I'm going to be showing you how actually lowering the weight and increasing the difficulty of the exercise is really going to help you set new PRs in the gym. If you're new to my channel, really consider subscribing, because I do have a lot of great content similar to this in the works. So definitely hit that subscribe button. And without further ado, then let's just jump right in. The first exercise is going to be the Z press. The muscles worked during this exercise include your shoulders, your core, your upper back, your traps, and even a little bit of triceps. So this no doubt will translate into some raw overhead pressing strength to really help improve your standing overhead press. The difference here is that you're actually seated on the floor, and this is going to reduce the floor drive and stabilization that you would normally get from the standing variation. Some form and setup cues include that you want to be seated with the pins of the power rack so they're slightly below or at shoulder height. You want to spread your legs in a V shape out in front of you with both your legs flat against the floor, and your weight should actually be positioned more towards your hamstrings rather than on your butt. While maintaining an upright posture, you want to push the bar overhead without leaning back. In terms of programming, I would stick to 2 to 3 sets of 6 to 8 reps. The main benefits of this exercise is actually going to improve your overall trunk strength, because there's absolutely no leg drive or support in this exercise, and it can actually help improve your mobility and flexibility of your hip flexors and hamstrings. And lastly, like I mentioned before, is a great compound strength exercise for really helping you improve your overhead strength. The second exercise is going to be the pin squats. The muscles worked during this exercise are going to be your quads, your hamstrings, your glutes, and your core. This exercise is great to perform in an explosive manner by really focusing on driving up quickly, and because of this, you're going to help improve your squat from being able to push harder from the bottom position. I would recommend performing 3 sets of 6 reps to really prioritize this as a strength-based exercise. Some form and setup cues include you want to again use the power rack and set up the pins to where you would normally bottom out or reach depth in your squat, and position yourself underneath the bar in your normal squat position. You want to keep your core tight while driving up through your heels. The eccentric or lowering phase should be controlled, and you want to definitely avoid letting the bar slam or bounce up against the pins. The main benefits of this exercise include you're going to improve your stability and core strength from the bottom portion of your squats. It's also going to improve your explosive power and overall strength, and it can also help correct any form issues caused by uneven weight distribution or flexibility issues within your squat. The final exercise is going to be the dumbbell seal rows, and the muscles worked during this exercise is going to be your upper back and lats. This exercise does take some setup time, but it's definitely worth doing so because of the strength benefits and the back activation you're actually able to achieve when you perform it. I programmed the dumbbells over the barbells simply for a more comfortable range of motion, along with the unilateral benefits that come from ensuring both sides are getting worked equally. Some form and setup cues are you definitely want to elevate a bench and make sure that it's stable and it's high enough that you're able to get a deep stretch in your back, and with your chest flat against the bench and your legs hanging off the end. This is actually to reduce the urge to want to incorporate body momentum in the exercise. You want to focus on pulling both dumbbells, pulling with your elbows, and you want to pull them up towards your body while keeping your elbows towards your sides, and you really want to squeeze and contract your back at the top before slowly returning to the starting position. The benefits of this exercise actually include it's a complete isolation exercise for your back, and it's able to get a deep stretch, but you're also able to perform it in a lower rep range if you want to do it in a more explosive manner by really actually pulling the dumbbells from the floor. This can actually increase your raw pulling strength. That's going to conclude this week's episode of my Clean Bulk series from my 3 unique exercises for developing raw strength. I guarantee that these will help you set new PRs with your compound lifts, being your overhead press, your squats, and your deadlifts, so definitely give them a try. I definitely want to leave your ego at the door with these though. You're not going to be able to lift nearly as much weight as you would with your regular compound lifts, so definitely take that into consideration when you're performing them. But I guarantee that if you focus on progressing with them, they'll definitely help translate into some more strength gains with your compounds. So in terms of programming, you have really 2 options that I would recommend. Is what you could do is you could perform them after your main compound lifts. So an example of this would be if it's the shoulder day and you were doing your standing overhead press, you could actually go in and perform that standing OHP first, and then as your main progressive movement, and then you can include the Z press after as a complementary lift. That would be one way of doing it. You can do that with the squat and the pin squat as well. But in terms of the other option that you have is you could actually take a planned deload from your main lifts and actually focus on progressing with these exercises, and then go back to see in maybe 4 to 6 weeks to see whether or not you actually did make some strength gains. So those are the two options that I would recommend. But either way, these are some great exercises. Make sure you subscribe to my channel. I have a lot of great content similar to this that's in the works that I'm really excited to release. So make sure you hit that subscribe button. And if you'd like to see more videos from me, I do have a Weak Point Wednesday series that I would totally recommend for you guys to check out. It's a playlist on my channel. So I do 2 a week uploads now, but unfortunately last Wednesday, I wasn't able to release my Weak Point Wednesday video because I actually had my computer crash during a Windows update. And my computer was out of order for about 3 days. I'm extremely happy and fortunate that I didn't lose any files or content. So yeah, I wasn't able to release that video. We're back on schedule now, and it's going to be a twice a week upload. So hopefully there's going to be no more problems that I can't foresee. But yeah, we're back on schedule for that. Also, turn on the bell notifications as well. It helps you get notified every time I release a video. Like I said, it's twice a week uploads now, so you can expect that. But definitely turn on those bell notifications. And don't forget to like the video as well. Hit that like button. It helps kind of help my channel grow, and it could expose my video and my channel to somebody who also is interested in my type of content. So I really appreciate that. Just some more quick updates I'd like to fill you guys in on. So in terms of my podcast, I do have a podcast releasing this Thursday. It's going to be episode 12, so definitely look out for that. You can stream my podcast. It's the East Coast Fitness Podcast. All you got to do is search it on Spotify, and you can stream it if you're at work or in the car or driving or whatever you're doing. It's great to listen to. So definitely tune in on Thursday for a new episode of my podcast. And in terms of my natural lifting program, I don't really want to rush the program, and because of my computer crashing and just kind of me working on other different type of content, I wasn't able to put as much time towards it as I wanted. And I do have somebody that's trying to do the graphic work for it and all that, so I don't want to rush it. I want it to be the best program that it can be. And it was supposed to be released on Friday, November 8th, but I'm actually pushing it to Black Friday. I think this date works better, and I'm able to actually get the program together the way that I want it to be. So that's actually going to be the new release date for my natural lifting program. Is going to be Black Friday, which is Friday, November 29th. So look out for that, and that's going to do it. So I'll see everybody here on Wednesday for my Weak Point Wednesday series, and until next time, peace out.